Disclaimer. We are no political professionals nor expert. This podcast is based on our own opinions and only for entertainment. For more professional advice, feel free to listen to another podcast by our local creator where they interview a real politician. We will link the podcast in our description. And now, let's begin. Hi, welcome back to another episode of That's Why We Friend podcast. I'm your host, Charmaine.
And I'm Shannon.
So today we're going to talk about voting in our country, Malaysia.
Yep.
Because the general election is just around the corner, and we think that it's a good time to talk about what we think about elections.
The 15 election.
Yes.
So far it's 15. Yeah, because I voted in the last election, so this is my second time.
And
This is your first time.
Yes.
How do you feel?
I feel like I need to know more about what the candidates want to do better for Malaysia lah. As we record this, they haven't started any campaigns yet.
I think they are starting to prep their campaigns.
Yeah, so I will want to listen to more campaigns and what they think, and see which one is the one that aligns with me the most. Then I'll do my decisions.
Okay. So let's dive right into it. So before we talk about elections and voting, currently Malaysia is also facing quite a number of issues and problems as well. So would you like to share what we are currently facing?
I think the most obvious and the most long problem for Malaysia is a lot of people, they prefer to go overseas rather than staying in Malaysia to work or to study.
Okay.
I think one of it is because of the currency, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, and next is the work-life balance in Western country and Asian country. I feel that Asian country, we need to work very hard, put all our effort on our work in order to get to our goals.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, most of the time, we will forget about we are humans too. We need a life. We cannot just rely on work, and every day just work.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a culture thing also lah. Then I don't really like this culture. I would prefer a work-life balance, and Western country they emphasize on this, if 5 p.m. is my off work time, and at 5 p.m. I will just leave work and go home. Yeah.
Okay.
Lesser OTs lah. And then other than that is the cost of living. But under these circumstances, all the countries now are actually facing inflation.
Yeah.
So it depends on what policy that your country is doing to ease everyone's burden.
Yeah, for example, Malaysia, our government, they're subsidizing our petrol, which really helps us a lot.
Yeah.
Because what I learned from a few weeks ago, me and my parents, we talk about this situation. In England, for a full tank, I think it's around few hundred
Pound?
not ringgit. And then here, it depending on the car size as well, ours is around 180 or around 200.
Oh yeah, her car is a big car.
Yeah, mine is a SUV. So if you're comparing SUV, it's UK, that is double the price here in Malaysia. So yeah, the subsidizing really helped us a lot.
Other than that, during COVID, the government do give us
benefits.
give out money.
Yeah.
I would say. to ease the burden, but how much can help? It's a short-term way to ease your burden, but what about the long-term?
Yeah, especially during the MCO, the lockdown, a lot of business, they also shut down as well.
Yeah,
so
and it's like they don't know how long they need to shut down.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
yeah, so some shut down, some permanently closed down, which caused a lot of unemployment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which brings us to our next point, unemployment. Yeah. Because of this COVID thing, a lot of companies, they are cutting down their expenses,
Yeah.
making the field more condensed with more unemployed people plus a lot of new grads.
Fresh grads, yes.
Yeah. So a lot of unemployment problems.
Yeah. It creates a very competitive environment
Yeah.
for a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like you said, the the companies, they are trying to cut costs. Some during the MCO period, they also cut salaries, cut their wages. They retrench some of their employees. So which brings back to the point of unemployment, which is not a very good situation to be in, especially for us fresh
Yeah.
grads.
Some companies even ask for like 2 to 3 years experience, when the 2 or 3 years we are stuck at home MCO. How do we even have the experience on the field? So became really more competitive compared to before the COVID. And this is a problem, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because this unemployment will only get more and more,
Yeah.
because more and more people are graduating. So yeah.
Yeah, the population of unemployment.
Yes. Oh my gosh,
It's
our English
rising.
today.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh, besides that, our education system, what do you think about it? Like before, when the two of us are in our education system, and now currently?
Interesting. I would say when I was younger in school, I would have more short-term goals, because we have big exams, right?
I think not just big exam, like class exams as well.
Yeah. But the focus is always on the big exams.
Yeah, like UPSR,
PT3.
PMR. Yours is PT3, mine is PMR. Oops. Yeah, and SPM, and yours is the UEC.
But now the government school, they abolish UPSR and PT3. So technically, you can just enjoy life until SPM, until you're 17. You got nothing, not like nothing. If you got your own target, that's good. But if you don't have the motivation to keep you studying.
But is the class exam still around?
That one I'm not sure.
Yeah.
If they abolish that too, then I'm like, whoa kid, nice to be you.
Yeah. Because I remember one year they said they want to abolish like exams as well, but I'm not sure whether it's like successful or not. Yeah.
Personally, I think the big exams is actually a good thing for the kid. Other than being a motivation for them to study, it also can evaluate them at like the pit stop. Their pit stop of studying. Like UPSR, before you go to secondary school, you can really know that, oh, I'm lacking on this subject. And then you see if you want to pick it up or you want to leave it like that lah.
Okay.
Personally, I also think that I did mention this in the last episode, Asian way of studying is like you have to score everything perfect. You have to be good at everything. But I think that you'll be good in one subject and you keep on getting better in that subject and use that subject to be your career, it's also a less stressful way, and you're interested in that subject, so you don't feel burnout. If you have to separate all your attention to all the subjects, I don't think it's a good way to like score lah. Unless you need if you put all your attention to one subject, it'll be easier for you to score.
But it's also not good to put like the whole egg in one basket.
I mean, you don't forget about all the other subjects. You make sure you pass the subject. That's the minimum line. Like you pass enough, then you put more effort on the one that you like. That's what I think lah. My opinion, but who cares?
For me, I think I'm a bit different from you. Like instead of focusing on that particular subject, I think it's best if you understand the concept of each subject.
But what if you're like me? I hate maths. I don't want to understand maths, but I still have to take maths.
I mean, yeah, you're bound to have one subject that you don't like, but I think it's still important that you put in the effort to understand the whole thing, because they are there for a reason. And honestly speaking, maths is everywhere. You can't escape from maths.
I did try to understand, but I understand for the exams only.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about our education system. We always focus just for the exams.
Yep.
Instead of like for our applying the skills, the knowledge that we learn into our life skills, it's more towards the exam. It's like we're just studying for the exam purposes.
Yeah.
That's why last time, after I graduated high school, entered college, I always think like, why can't we learn skills that can apply in real life?
Yeah, I think schools should also teach life skills.
Yeah.
Like
how to deal with income tax.
Yes. How to pay tax, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like more that you can apply it to your life. Like how I like some international schools, they let their students play while they learn. Yeah. Then they will know how to apply it to life, and then they can use it in the future.
Yeah. I also like that some teachers they will encourage their students to think outside of the box. So like they'll give you a scenario, instead of spoon feeding you the answer. Yeah, instead of spoon feeding you the answer, they want you to think, legitly think. And they won't want you to like come up with those typical answers, like
Textbooks
Yeah,
answers.
textbooks answers.
Yeah, our education system is also not preparing us for uni or college. The way that uni or college is teaching is more like self-learning, and your lecturer will be your guide, will guide you, give you some guidance. While in our secondary school, primary school, you must follow what your teacher said.
I don't have any recollection actually. But yeah, I think, do I?
It's more like I got my own way. Like for example, I got my own way of writing A. Like I write this and like this, and like that's the normal A, right?
Yeah.
Everyone write it like that because your teacher teach you how to write it like that.
Yeah.
What if I write the middle line first, then only I draw the outside? It's still an A, just a different way of writing an A. Like in uni, you got many different ways to get to the same destination.
Yeah.
But primary school, secondary school, they don't let you have the freedom to do that.
Yes. Yeah. It's like they want you to follow the norm.
Yeah, more like robot.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because they want to manage the kids easier. Maybe that's why. I don't know.
Oh, when you said robot, it just reminds me of an illustration I saw a few months on Facebook. Like, there's a dad and the son, and then the son was like very, very colorful, very, very happy, and then the dad is like grayish. So whenever the son goes to school, he will bring his own stuff, and then the dad would take away and give him the
grey stuff.
the grey stuff. So whenever he go to school, he see his friends like all grey color and he's the only one colorful. Then slowly he start to follow them and just comply to the norm and he end up being grey. That's one scenario I saw.
It's like killing the kids' creativity.
Yeah.
Like, can
It's
you say
like-
personality? Like,
It's like you're limiting your chances of expressing yourself,
Yeah.
trying new stuff, especially trial and error. Yeah, I feel like when I was in high school, I'm very, very scared of committing, like do something wrong.
out of the norm.
Yeah, not just out of the norm. It's like doing something that is wrong is not, like I'm not supposed to do it.
I understand because I'm still at that point, but now I'm trying to explore more by myself. I know that sometimes I know that this is wrong, but what if I try?
Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
Yeah, it's like for me, if it's wrong, I shouldn't do it.
Then you'll always be like,
Yeah,
in a
you're
straight-
stuck in that box
Yeah.
with that mindset. Then after that, when I come to uni, it's like, oh,
That's so many different things.
yeah, there's so
Wow.
many possibilities for that one goal. It's
Yeah.
not just die that one road. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if the schools now are still like that. I hope not. Giving the kids more chance to explore themselves and express
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Let's talk about our Malaysian system. How our government is actually formed. Do you like know anything about it?
I know that we vote for the person. How do I say this?
The candidate.
Yeah, we vote for the candidates, and if that party got the most selected candidates in the district, then there will be the state government. The more members of the party that got the state government will be the federal government.
Okay.
It's a bit messy, but you get it.
So it's around there.
Can you explain it in a better way?
Okay, so Malaysia is using the England Parliament system because we were once under British control.
Commonwealth.
Yeah, Commonwealth. And then for the general election is where people choose who to represent them in the country.
That's where, yeah.
Oh, sorry, not country, the parliament and state.
Yeah, who represent us
Yeah.
in the parliament, yes.
Yeah. So basically on voting day, we are their boss. Just for that one day.
But make sure you choose your workers wisely.
Yeah. So in the cabinet, there's like 222 seats. And since we're a voting system, there's a lot of parties. So for a party to form a government, the party itself must have 115 seats and above.
The majority seats.
Yeah, the majority seat for them to form
Okay.
a proper government. So if when they have like enough seats, cabinet seats or supporters, they will meet with the Yang di-Pertuan Agong, and then he will appoint
The cabinets.
the cabinet to as like the government.
A full government.
Government.
Mm.
I can't English today. What's wrong with me?
It's okay.
And so for the prime minister, is usually the leader of the party winning the most seat. And once the party won or have 115 above cabinet
Majority seats?
they will meet with the Yang di-Pertuan Agong and he will appoint him as the prime minister.
Then that's how the whole government starts and then continue for 5 years. We hope for 5 years, please. And that until the next general election.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how our government's formed.
this how our democracy system works as well.
So actually, us as a normal citizen plays quite a big role.
Yeah.
Because if you don't vote, you're the opposition, not to say opposition, the one that you didn't want them to represent you might be the state government, then so on, you will become the government. Then if you don't like their policy, you have to just stuck with them for like 5 years. Yeah, so actually voting is quite important, I think.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, how important you think voting is?
I think it's very important because every vote counts,
Yeah.
regardless of whoever you're voting to.
Because it reflects on everything that you do in your daily
Yeah.
life. Yes, like it can reflect on your company, the things that you buy every day, your coffee.
One is that it also determines the future
Yeah.
of Malaysia and how the government leads, which will affect our future generations.
More important is because we are the younger generation now.
Yeah.
We are the, I don't want to say this, it's a bit cliche, but I have to say this. We are the future of Malaysia.
Yeah.
Yes, we are the future of Malaysia. There's no doubt. So how Malaysia is in the future, it all will reflect on us.
Yeah.
So if we don't vote, you will be only stuck with what other people vote for. You cannot express yourself with your votes.
So now that you understand more about it, what is your impression for the upcoming general election?
Me, like my impression of the past,
Upcoming.
how I feel about the upcoming.
We can talk about how you feel first.
I feel I'm excited lah, to be honest, because I want to dip my finger in the ink.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
Yeah, and then the ink will stay with me for like 1 week.
Depending on how often you wash your hands.
I better wash my hand a lot of times because of COVID, not because of anything else. Other than that, I think, like from what I heard, the voting day situation, you have to go early with the correct attire.
Yes, correct attire. No slippers, no shorts, over your knee pants best, and no sleeveless.
Yeah.
Oh, and do not wear the party's
Logo. Oh,
Yeah, that's something you're not allowed to.
Okay.
You try to remain neutral.
Before you vote.
No. Just at the environment, just remain. Your attire have to be like neutral.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can't wear the party logos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other than that is, it'll be a long queue because everyone will be voting.
Yeah.
So go early, you can finish early. And pray that the sun is not that sunny that day. Don't rain, but not too sunny. And the exciting part is waiting for the results lah, I think at night.
Yes.
Yes, then slowly when they count all the votes, then you'll see, I think they got a website that you can see lifetime where they finish and then they announce who's the winner of this state or this district. Right? Yes, that's the fun part for us students lah last time. Yeah. Then we can see who's winning this, who's winning that.
That's your impression on the
Yeah.
election. Oh, interesting.
I think it's a bit shallow because I don't know much yet. What about you?
On my first general election vote, my first election was the last election, GE 14. where we made history, government change for the first time.
After 60 years.
Yeah, it was last election was very 刺激
Very how you say that?
thrilling.
Can say that everyone's emotions are like at the top.
Yeah, because last election a lot of people came to vote actually. Yeah, because of certain events that made them really want to vote for a better future.
Yes.
Yeah, so when you say go early to vote, right? My brother and I, we waited until the very end, like around, not to say very very late, around like 3 like that.
It's
to go
not
vote.
it's not late. Yeah.
Because we felt like if we go too early, the queue is very very long. Because my parents, they went back to their own hometown to vote, so they went very early and they told me they waited like 3 to 4 hours to vote.
In the queue.
Yeah, in the queue.
My gosh, you better bring a chair this time.
Yeah. Then so my brother and I, we voted. The voting place is just near our house, so he just suggested we can just go around 2 to 3.
Yeah, it's okay lah, because it's near.
Yeah, so we waited around 1 hour and 1
3
hour or 2 like that.
You still need to wait for 1 hour.
Yeah, because we thought there won't be much people.
By that time, but everyone think the same as you.
No, it's actually less crowded than before, than the morning crowds.
Okay.
Yeah, and then what happened? Oh, you have to bring like your IC and especially your IC. Yes, you have to bring your IC.
I haven't changed my IC picture. Is that okay?
Is it your 18?
It's my 12-year-old. It's 12-year-old me on my IC.
Interesting.
I think I need to get that done ASAP.
Yeah, during that time it was my eldest brother first time voting also.
Oh.
Yes, because during when he was allowed to vote, he was in England studying.
Okay.
Yeah, so the two of us were like, so what should we do? Yeah,
Do they have like very clear guide in the place? Like where to queue, where to take this, where to show your IC, everything? Okay.
Yeah.
Then that's good.
They have guide, like people or volunteer staff to guide you the whole procedure, especially if it's your first time voting.
Okay, good.
But it's best to go there prepared, like basic knowledge on what you're supposed to do. For example, when you dip your finger, it's best
into the ink.
Yeah, it's best to dip with your non-dominant hand, because at your dominant hand you need to cross the party you want to vote. And then when you get the paper, the voting paper, you make sure you have to like check whether there's any dent or like ink stain, because if there's like stain or any impurities, let's call that, they will not count it as your vote. Yeah, so it's important for you to check it.
Okay.
Yeah. And so once you dip, it's best to hold it with your
So you
your
so
free
you,
hands.
so you don't you dip it and then you cross it on the spot, or
Oh no. It's like for me, I vote in the school. So I enter a classroom, I show them my IC, then they'll write down all the details, they'll ask you to sign, and then you dip to prove that you already voted, and then they'll give you the slip, and then you will walk to a table where they
covered.
Yeah, they're covered like the exam time when we're primary school. Yeah, they have a cardboard covered, and then you take a pen and you vote the party.
Do we need to bring our pen?
No, they have a pen there, but you can bring it just in case.
Okay.
Then you take your paper once you cross in front before the exit. There's a box for you to put your vote in.
Oh yeah, I think I saw a picture of some government people putting the first vote, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. good to know.
Oh, you should also bring some water as well to stay hydrated.
Yes, the 2 to 3 hours of lining up, queuing, gonna kill you, man. Under the hot sun still.
Some are under the hot sun, some are under shades.
But it's still hot in Malaysia generally.
Yeah, but one thing I like is some places they will prioritize senior citizens, so they have like special lanes for them.
Oh,
Yeah.
they don't need to line up lah. I see. That's good.
Yeah. So that's the procedure I went through with the last election.
I hope it's the same this year.
It should be the same, just you're mandatory to wear mask. Yeah.
Yeah. It's quite dangerous to vote under these
Circumstances. Yeah.
circumstances too. Still keep your social distance.
Yeah.
COVID is still a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so for first-time voters, remember to bring your IC.
Yeah. Your IC, your water, make sure your hands clean.
And wear proper attires.
Yes.
Not like very formal suit, but proper
Imagine
attires.
wearing a tuxedo. That's formal.
Yeah. Proper attires is really, really important.
Yeah.
Try not to wear slippers. Try to wear sneakers or
Something that
covered
covers
shoe. Yeah.
your toes actually.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they already reduced the voting age to 18, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about 18-year-old voters?
It's hard to comment on it, but personally, I think it's a bit too young.
Same. I also
Yeah.
think it's a bit too young.
Maybe nowadays the 18-year-old thinking ways is different. I'm not sure, but what I know is like you just graduate from high school or college and you just entered society, coming out of society. So I think they are not really mature yet to vote.
Yeah, I got the same thought also. I think the best age to start voting is when you really start working in Malaysia, when you are really in the society and you know what's going on in the society. Then you will know like, oh, what I need to improve, what you need to improve, what the government need to improve in and stuff like that. Then you will know what you need to do for during election lah. Cause 18, I think your parents' influence on you is still quite high. So that vote might not be your vote, might be your parents' vote.
But I think it also depends on their understanding on our government.
Yeah.
Because I think some of them really do pay attention to politics.
I think generally the kids now, not the kids, I am a kid too, the younger people now don't pay that much attention to politics lah. But I feel like the awareness of how much the government is actually affecting
them.
us, the awareness is getting higher. It's a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing.
True. Okay.
But we are not the government. We can't say anything about 18-year-old voters. It's just our small opinion.
I mean, they might be young, but we can't judge them just based on their age lah.
We have to judge them by how they think. So
If they are mentally or emotionally mature.
But still, I think the best way to see if you're mentally mature or emotionally mature is after when you start work. At least during your university stage, when you really know how the society works. It's not only because you're always in school, right?
Yeah.
It's not only that your world is not only that small. Yeah. It goes back to the education system somehow.
So you think that 21 is a more appropriate
A
age
more
to
appropriate
vote.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's just an opinion, yeah.
Oh, there's one more. What do you think about government or parliaments retire at the age of 60 to 65?
I think it's a good thing that our whole government system is actually changing, not like batch by batch lah. It's like I really don't hope to see like someone in the government is in the office for a long time until like the person die or something. It's good to always have fresh blood in the government, so it's more connected to the younger generation and how they think. That's what I think lah.
So what you mean is like those who reach a certain age should just retire and let the younger generation take over.
Yeah. Why do I say like retire? One is to get a life. You work enough. You work enough, and then you work enough for the country and the citizens. So it's always, you always have people in your party to take over your place, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe that person is better than you. Yeah. It's always for a better improvement lah. Not because you're old and we don't want you. It's for a better improvement and to stay more aligned with the
Current generation.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Vote for me.
Shall we as Prime Minister?
Just kidding. I just want to be a musician. No.
Yeah. So with that, we've come to the end of our podcast.
Yeah. Don't forget to vote on the 19th of November this year. And other than that, before you go vote for your government, like our video, comment on our video, follow our Instagram, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Bye.